Live from the Loretta and Julius Krauklis Center in Mount Olive, New Jersey, it's the ArcMorris 67th Annual Meeting and Awards Ceremony. And now, please help us welcome our Executive Director, Sal Moran.
Hello. Good evening, everyone. On behalf of the people we so proudly serve, their families, our board of directors, and the staff, I'd like to welcome you to our annual awards meeting. My name is Sal Moran. I'm the Executive Director for ArcMorris, and I am delighted to meet those of you who are here in person. That feels good to say. And send warm greetings to those of you attending and joining us via our YouTube and Facebook. Today we're making a little history. We are streaming live in our YouTube, Facebook, and Zoom. So for those who want to be part of this event, can be part of this event, to really be all inclusive. So I'm gonna send a nice hello to everyone, YouTube and Facebook. I am truly delighted to be here with you this evening. And without much ado, we have a fantastic program ahead. I'd like to welcome our Madame MC, who is also our Chief Operating Officer, Naira Aslanyan. Naira, come up.
Good evening, everyone. It's very nice to see you all. Hello, everybody watching us today on our platforms. A year ago, a gathering like this would not be possible. It's been a very hard 15 to 18 months, but we came together, and as a country, as a state, and as a county, and with vaccines here, such gatherings are becoming possible. So we are very happy to be able to celebrate part of this event in person. We would like to start our event today with singing of our national anthem. I would like to invite here a resident of Furnace Road, Jean Genshi, and Faith Wasson for performing our national anthem, and please feel free to sing along.
Oh, say, can you see by the thunderly light? Was so proud that we have by the twilight's last gleaming to the stripes and bright stars.
Thank you very much, Faith. Thank you, Jean. As we're getting to start our ceremony today, we wanted to remember those who are no longer with us. Unfortunately, due to COVID-19, we have lost 5 residents in our group homes, but there were a couple more losses due to old age and other diseases, and it wouldn't be right for us not to remember them. So I wanted to ask you to pay attention to the screen for in memoriam tribute to lives lost.
Rhonda K. Brown, she loved all of our activities, our dances, our parties, our Special Olympics events. She just was always a happy, joyful, fun woman. Marianne Ciencio was a resident at our Randolph group home, and we loved supporting her in both our day program here at Flanders and at Randolph group home. Jack was a lifelong resident of Morris County. When he got older, he came to live with us. He was a sweet, sweet soul. Jeff D'Amico, he was a big participant in our McGarp Recreation Program and Special Olympics. He loved sports, was an avid softball player and a fabulous bowler, and just an all-around fun guy. This is Danny DeBlanco. Danny was also served by our agency for many, many years. Danny had a great personality, and we just really, really loved Danny. John Hart lived at our Lake Parsippany group home and attended our Hanover Adult Training Center. We love John. This is Robert Heckman. Robert lived in a number of our programs over the years, and I feel like we really made such a difference in Robert's life, and we all cared very much for him. This is Kevin McIver. Loved the parties and dances and Special Olympics bowling, and was just a fun gentleman. We enjoyed having him involved. Deborah Moshhauser lived at our Morris Township group home. Just a wonderful lady, was the life of the party, loved celebrating her birthday and any occasion for that matter. Harry Shapezi, oh my gosh, probably lived with us for over 35 years. She worked here with us at the Flanders Center as our copy girl. She, I can say, truly lived a wonderful life and died of old age, and we miss her every day. Anne Marie initially lived at our Hanover group home and then moved to Lake Parsippany group home, where she lived with 5 gentlemen, and she was never happier when she lived at Lake Parsippany group home. She was a sweet lady. This is Elizabeth Tierney, who we called Liz. She was a spunky lady and unfortunately ended up with Alzheimer's and ended up going to Morrisview Nursing Home, where she lived out the balance of her life. And sadly, way too young, she passed away during this year. We love Liz, just a fun gal. I don't know if I can do this one. I'm here because of them, so I have to. Okay. Ready? Okay. This is Joseph Waradzen, who we called Joe. I had the pleasure of knowing Joe. I met him very shortly after I started to work here, and just such a fun, loving guy. Loved all of the McGarp events and especially loved Special Olympics, and always used to refer to me as my coach, and I will always love Joe. This is Carol Ann Zimmerman. Carol Ann just loved our McGarp program. She often used to participate with her aunt, who came to a lot of activities with her, and she just was a sweet lady and an awful lot of fun.
Thank you. I also wanted to remind us that there's food at the back. Please, we don't have a hard stop for the food because we're live streaming the event, but at any time, please feel free to walk back and get what you need. And now we will try to lift our collective mood and get this party going. I wanted to invite here our board president, Thomas Horn.
Good evening, everyone. It's finally nice to be able to have an in-person event. We were talking when we had the membership meeting in March virtually, that at least we were able to have the meeting, but it was that year prior to that, that we had the last in-person event that we had, a membership meeting over in Hanover Center, and we were sure that things were going to not get bad and all. Who knew that 2 days later we would the state would be shut down, ARC activities would basically be shut down, and we'd have this terrible situation. But we have to look at the positive. We're here. At least a certain number of people were able to come in person. I hope there's other people that are watching it via Zoom, Facebook, or whatever. And I do welcome you all here, and can't wait to honor all these great people that we're going to be honoring later this evening. Thank you.
And now I wanted to invite the new executive director of ArcMorris, Salvador Moran. Sal?
Thank you, Naira. Splendid job. Thank you, Tom, for nice words. This is a special event for me, one of my favorite events. And my role today is to try to give a picture of where we're coming from and where we're heading. As you probably know, we have had some changes in ArcMorris. We have a new leadership team in place. Bill Testa, who is here this evening with his lovely wife, hello Bill, and other senior managers have retired. Tonight, I'd like to acknowledge the contribution, the hard work and commitment to the mission of ArcMorris. I want to thank them for everything they've done in making ArcMorris a great organization. So, Bill, Peter, Ben, Margot, and Jerry, thank you so much. I am very proud to be part of the ArcMorris family. I feel right at home. But let me tell you a little bit about me. I am a sibling to a woman with disabilities. And for the last 30 years, I have dedicated my life and my career to improving the life of people with intellectual and other developmental disabilities. I love the work we do. It's inspiring to me, and I will never tire doing what I do. So I'm perfectly comfortable working sometimes 7 days a week because I think someone should do it. I know from a personal experience how difficult the pandemic has been for all of us. In the past 15 months may have been the most difficult period in our history. Our programs were forced to shelter in place, and some had to shut down. Our people have been isolated for quite a while. And I also know that many of the people we so proudly serve became victims of the awful virus. And I know that many of the direct support professionals, which we honor this evening, throughout the state and throughout the states, became victims of the awful virus. Our thoughts and prayers are with the families tonight. But I also know that the pandemic taught us really important lessons. It forced us to find the best in each of us. And in that process, we discovered that our everyday hero happens to be a simple and dedicated colleague, a healthcare worker, a teacher, a social worker, a fireman, a policeman, or a direct support professional working in ArcMorris. Many examples that I heard and that I have seen of staff placing their personal and family needs aside and continue to provide essential services to the people we support. Such displays of courage and valor gave us strength and hope. It gave us the strength to carry the next day, and how are we going to protect our folks in our group homes? And how are we going to bring PPE or COVID testing or vaccines? Or who's getting sick and how are we going to send more staff? I deeply respect the work that my colleagues have done. Gail, Bill, Ann, and many, many others. I don't have enough words to thank you for what you have done. But I also know that I regain faith in our community partners, in our public officials, many who reach out to us asking if they can do anything to help protect lives. Now, that touched me. Somebody's calling to offer help. And then I realized I'm not longer in New York City. But I want to acknowledge our community partners. And I like to acknowledge our public officials who reach out and say, can we help you with anything? Tonight, I want to thank Senator Anthony Bucco and his office for reaching out to us. He's got a long legacy that his father began being a friend to ArcMorris, and he has followed the same path. I want to thank Anthony Bucco, Senator Bucco, for his help. But I also want to thank John Bonani, our county administrator, for trying to facilitate vaccinations. I want to thank Walmart and the staff that worked so hard to help us get some of our folks vaccinated. And I'd like to thank Tom Bafuto from New Jersey ARC for helping us with anything. That's amazing. That's what makes a community work. And we provide essential services every single day. And knowing that we have partners behind makes our work a lot easier. I have regained my faith that we're going to come out of this pandemic stronger, because the dedication and the love that our staff have for the people we serve, I have not seen anywhere. So again, I feel right at home because I know what it is to have someone you love with special needs. Today, we honor our everyday heroes. A number of staff who have done magnificent, amazing work through the pandemic. And we also honor and thank our community members, individuals whose career has been dedicated to making the life of people with disabilities better. In fact, we should be doing this celebration every week. It's inspiring to see people whose goal is other than financial. It's inspiring to see that we're a community and that no one is left behind. So I want to thank all of them. It is a pleasure for me to meet you tonight. We have entered a new phase in this pandemic. People are being vaccinated and the virus may finally recede. I believe we are coming out of this dark period stronger than ever and ready to continue to provide critical services for those we serve. I am delighted to inform you that we have begun to reopen our programs. That is good news. I said that one of the things that troubled me the most when I came here was to seeing our folks in homes isolated. So we have done everything possible to break that cycle. We provided iPads so people can begin to do some type of recreational program or day activity. We have been successful in doing so, but that's not enough. We need to do more. May 10 was the first day that we began to reopen our day programs, and we have been successful in doing so. And in the next weeks and months, we hope to reopen more of our programs. We are inspired by what we see and the care that our staff provide. Within the next few months, we're hoping that we can reopen our recreational program. We are in discussions and talking to our friends from the Division of Developmental Disabilities to find ways that we can reopen and provide respite services in the community because our families need it, because our community needs it, and it's an essential service. I am happy to tell you that this year we are going to be breaking ground to build our new group home, which has started on the Build Test Start, and we will continue that path. Yes, you can applaud that one. Oh, we having fun, for sure. It is good things that we come along. A beautiful residence for 4 individuals that need quality residential services. We're not going to get tired. We're going to work hard, and we're going to be determined in achieving our goals. A final lesson that we have learned from the pandemic is that we must be ready at all times. And what that means is that sometimes we think people with disabilities can stay behind. We found out that we need to provide every single tool that we can. And so one of the things we're doing this year is that we have undertaken the upgrade of our information and technology capabilities throughout the organization. And the reason of that is so every group home can have the tools they need and the moment they need it. Because the tools that are being given to us now has the potential to maximize human potential, we must pursue it. So I'm happy to tell you we're in the process. It's going to take probably a year to get to where we need to, but at the end, we're hoping to have a much ready home for any future problems. Now that I'm hoping we're going to have a pandemic again, please, I'm not saying, I'm just saying we need to be ready. I am again hopeful and encouraged that I have come to a wonderful community of people that care, truly care. And every time I go to a group home, and Bill used to tell me that, Sal, if you want to see the mission, go to a group home. And you're right, Bill. I'm going to be heading to every single group home over the summer. It just reaffirms that our mission and commitment to people with disabilities makes sense. It must be done, and it must be done right, and we must be the best provider in the county, the state, and the nation. Lastly, I'd like to thank the staff that have put the event together. Event like this takes a lot of work, trying to follow the CDC guidelines and trying to put all of it together. Barbara, thank you. Naira, Gail, and Antonio, everyone that has worked so hard. Jeff and Ed, thank you so much. We appreciate your help. I thank you. We have an excellent program ahead of us. I think you're in for a treat. Let's just say that. So thank you again. Naira.
Thank you, Sal. That was inspiring. We definitely have a lot of work ahead. but I'm confident that such a great organization as ArcMorris has a bright future. This year, we decided to do something different. The board award committee and the senior management decided to recognize some of our direct support professionals, managers, and staff in supporting positions that make ArcMorris happen. These people in last 18 months have shown that there is more to it than just money to keep you committed and motivated. They have lived a life of servitude and showed how much they care about people that we support. In case you're wondering what direct support professionals do, we have a short video to celebrate those professionals who will be receiving awards today. Please pay attention to the screen.
Today, we come to say thank you for supporting us, for being part of who we are. But more than anything, we come today to recognize those individuals who have dedicated themselves to the organization and to the mission.
My name is Elaine Walker. I assist the consumers in their everyday needs. During COVID, when it just started, we were all a little nervous because we didn't know what to expect or how the disease would affect us. But we were trained by our managers on how to protect ourselves and protect the consumers. I feel very good winning the award because I'm being recognized for the work that I put in, and it's just a great feeling.
My name is Rachel Candido, I'm training coordinator for the ArcMorris. And then you're into your 2 rescue friends. I do a bunch of different trainings. One of my favorites is CPR and first aid, just because it's very interactive. The staff really like it too. It's really important.
They call her Rachel Ray.
They have their rights and we respect that. It's their house, and without them we wouldn't be where we are. We all wouldn't have jobs, and we appreciate them and respect them. You know, and their safety and health is what means the most to us.
Hi, my name is Diana Silver. I'm the Assistant Residential Director with the ArcMorris. When a program thrives, that gives me the best satisfaction. When I see my program manager, who I directly supervise, when they excel, that's gratifying. When you work together, everything falls together, falls in place. So.
Hi, my name is Patrice. I'm a manager at Drakesville. We try to make their life as normal as possible with grocery shopping or, going to dances or the movies, or give them, I guess, the support and stability that they need. If I could just change one person's life by simply taking them out or being there for them when they need somebody, it just makes me feel better as a person.
My name is Letitia Asamoah. I'm a manager at Randolph Group Home, and I oversee the entire program. I schedule the activities during the day, what they do, and I make sure the program runs very well. Because of the love that I have for the resident.
Hi, Edna. Hi.
The resident really need help.
Good.
And I help them, and I'm happy that I'm able to help them.
Hi, my name is Devin Moss. I am the day program manager for Flanders. I'm gonna get to you guys too, okay? With COVID, it really changed the way you could interact with somebody. Hi, Maddie. You have to be in tune with the person to understand if something's wrong, if they're having a bad day, if they're not happy today. It's very much intuition and body language.
Hi, my name is Denise Haynes. My job is a skill instructor 1 at Drakesville. I don't know if I call myself a hero, but I try to help in every way I can. So wherever there's help needed, I try to do it and make sure it's done so that the program runs smoothly. And I think that's why I'm recognized. I'm sorry. I just get emotional.
My name is Siyabo Shobitan. I'm skill instructor. Sometimes they come and put their head on your shoulder. Then you're going to say, okay, everything all right today? Everything is fine. I'm just happy to see you. I'm happy to see you too.
And 37.
Sometimes the client express their love with their eye. I feel like I make a difference for them.
My name is Shakira Oshunkoya. This work is important because I believe we all need help sometimes in different areas of our life. Everybody doesn't know it all. So I believe seeing a smile on their face, being able to help them, sometimes it might be just the littlest thing, because sometimes it's hard to ask for help. So when they see that somebody is here that will help me, it makes their life so much easier.
Hi, my name is Faith Ezekune. My job description is a skills instructor at High Avenue Group Home. What gives me joy is seeing them laugh, making them happy, you know, because I'm a caregiver. Like, I take care of people. I love seeing people laugh, be happy.
I am Olukunle Ojutalayo, but most people call me Joe. It's surprising that I was nominated for this award. So we try as much as possible to help them to live their normal life, despite the challenges they have. So the job is just like a second family, because apart from my family in the house, these people are just members of my family.
Thank you very much, and congratulations to our staff. Not only those who received the awards today, but also those who are watching us from group homes and their houses. We thank you for everything you do. You are truly essential employees, and we appreciate the hard work. And now, I would like to invite our executive team to present the awards. Mr. Sal Moran, Gail Paradise, and Anna Spada.
You saw a nice, really nice video introducing every one of our awardees, so I'm not going to go through that. I'm just going to briefly tell you that the direct support professionals are on the front lines of providing care to people with disabilities and various programs in the community and in home. Families, professionals have always recognized their contributions in the important role they play. The pandemic came and taught us that there was a little bit more to the role of a DSP. All of a sudden, they became an essential provider. Today, we recognize them. Our friend, Senator Anthony Bucco, was going to be here to present this section, but unfortunately, something urgently came up and he's not able to do so. On his behalf, I'd like to read a citation that he has asked that we share with our employees and honorees. I apologize for being able to attend what I am sure will be a successful annual awards ceremony tonight. While a prior commitment precluded me from attending, I did not want to miss the opportunity to thank you all and congratulate your 11 honors receiving the Community Awards and 7 Everyday Hero Awards, or DSPs. ArcMorris' dedication and commitment to serving those most in need in over 29 facilities throughout Morris County is truly inspiring. I hope your awards will accept these New Jersey State Joint citations I have prepared in their honor. I thank you all for your services. Senator Anthony Bucco. I do not deserve this moment to call these hardworking individuals, but it is my job to do so. I'd like to call Faith Ezekune to come and receive her award. Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you.
Something special for you. Congratulations.
Faith. Hi, Jeff.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you, Faye. We appreciate all your hard work. I'd like to call Denise Haynes. Denise, come up. Hello there. This way, please. Congratulations. Very nice. Well done. Now you gotta get your award.
Something special.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
For Outstanding Direct Support Professional Awards, I practice this name a lot. Olokunle Oyutalayo, and are you gonna forgive me for that? Joe, come up, Joe. Woo! There you go. How did I do?
Thank you.
Yeah, very good.
Something special.
Well done. For our Outstanding Direct Support Professional Award, Shakirat Osunkoya. Hi. Oh, you look so nice. Yeah. Congratulations.
Congratulations. Thank you.
For Outstanding Direct Support, Shobitan. Hi there. Congratulations. Love you. Congratulations. That's okay. Our final award winner, Outstanding Direct Support Professional, Elaine Walker. Miss Walker, you did great there. Very nice meeting you. Congratulations.
Thank you. Congratulations. Thank you.
This year, we also recognize management and supervisors who have done exceptional during the last 15, 12 months under our Management Effectiveness Award. Residential program managers are essential in making the lives of people with intellectual and developmental disabilities fulfilled. Help people integrate and participate in communities where they are located. Group home managers are charged with the task of ensuring the people living in our homes are healthy, happy, safe, and well taken care of. They keep our group homes running. And through the pandemic, many of them made significant sacrifices. Tonight, we have selected a few who represent the efforts made by the colleagues. And I am pleased to call Leticia Asamoah. Leticia. You look very nice. Congratulations. Mr. Devin Moss. Yes, sir. Congratulations.
I'll try not to make you look short.
Our final award winner for this category is Patrice Best. Patrice. Woohoo! Congratulations. Service Excellence Award. Under this category, we recognize the staff members of the ArcMorris family who work in support and administrative roles to ensure that we continue to provide services without interruption. Often those who do the behind-the-scenes work go unnoticed. Such mundane tasks as payroll, training, finance, billing, maintenance, and administration. It seems like my job. Tonight, we want to thank two very special employees, ladies, some who I know now as a strong part of what we do here in ArcMorris. Rachel Candido. Rachel, thank you so much for the eggs. So I used to work in New York City, and we really didn't have anybody bringing you fresh eggs. So I'm gonna tell you, I'm here to stay. Right, honey? Our second award winner under the Service Excellence Award, Ms. Diane Silver. Congratulations, Diane. Well done.
Thank you.
Thank you. Good job.
To our winners, we thank them so much. We are so proud of you. And now I'm going to bring Naira back.
Thank you very much. Congratulations. As we are moving to the next part of our ceremony, we wanted to do a special mention. So I hope there are some Star Wars fans here, and they all familiar with May 4th, right? Everybody says, May the 4th be with you. So we actually have a force of our own that so happens is connected directly to May 4th. She joined this organization May 4th, 1981. She is an amazing person who we came to rely upon, and with Sal, she is our keeper of traditions. She's a mentor, a friend, and supervisor to many, and she is simply amazing. So we wanted to have a special award today for Gail Paradise, who celebrates 40 years with ArcMorris. So,
oh, Gail, you couldn't get away. Please stand there. Hold on for a second. Oh my God. I said I've been here for a very short time. But one of the things in life, if the life goes very quickly, I had, unfortunately, got COVID in March, and it was an awful experience. And I think one of the lessons about those things is that we realize how precious life is. I realized that I have come to a very special place when I met Gail, someone who clearly describes what a mission is, not by words or emails, but living it and doing it every day. And so, like any other place, you have a ton of questions, right? And every time there is a question I don't know how to answer, I will call Gail. And guess what? Gail will know the answer. So she is a wonderful person, a kind human being, someone that I respectfully call my colleague, and now our friend, but more than anything, now we call her our Gail. So we're very delighted with her. Gail, you have earned this award. We wanted to surprise you. I hope that we have done so. You gotta say something, please.
and the award is called Distinguished Caregiver.
Oh gosh, you got me. We've been working on this event tirelessly for, oh gosh, about a month now. So I don't know how you quite pulled this off without me knowing about it. And Rachel, you're going to have some explaining to do. Yes, 40 years. It seems, I don't know how that happened. I started working here 2 weeks before I graduated from college. And I thought, well, I'll take this job and I'll try it for a while and I'll see how it goes. I guess I liked it because I've been here for 40 years. I do have to tell you, this last year, holy cow, it was so hard, so very, very hard. You saw all the losses and the illness. Bill was so sick, and then Sal it's like an executive director thing, I guess you could, anyway, but we got through it, and it's everybody here. We have such a wonderful team here, our old team, our new team, and I love working with everybody here. I just have to say, I could never do this job without my family. They have made so many sacrifices for me so that I could be here. And I just want to say thank you, thank you, thank you. Totally got me. Thank you.
Congratulations. You got flowers too.
Thank you.
Okay.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
Thank you, Gail. Thank you. And now we want to start a next part of our ceremony. It's a long-standing tradition for ArcMorris to recognize community partners, legislators, professionals in the field who have made Morris County a special place. We have programs located throughout the county, and I will tell you, our community is simply amazing. They support us, they advocate for us, they help us. We truly couldn't do it without them. So we wanted to take this opportunity to recognize those of you who have committed your life and gave service to people with disabilities and made Morris County a great place for all of us. I would like to invite Salma and Beck to kick off the awards for our community and professionals.
Thank you, Naira. Gail, congratulations again. I said that we are a community, no man is an island, and we are very proud of community partners. Or board member committee unanimously selected those individuals who represent a long career of dedication to improving the life of people with intellectual and developmental disabilities. It is my pleasure and honor to call our first awardee, Mr. Joshua Godin. I'm sorry, yeah. Come on. And I'd like to bring our board member, Kathleen Ingargiola. Come along to present the award. Kathleen.
Thank you, Sal. I have been very lucky and very blessed to have presented awards for many years, and I've been on the board for many, many years. I always had my little talk, my little show about Christmas time. 2 years ago was the last time we were here all together, except now tonight. And 2 years ago, I chose not to talk about how this is my Christmas because I thought it was boring, it was repetitive, and it was unnecessary. Yes, it may be boring. And yes, it may be repetitive, but it is necessary. I always equate this night as my childhood Christmas Eve. And you can go to whatever your holiday is of when you thought about what will happen the next morning. Will I get that special gift? When I was a child, we didn't have the internet. We didn't have Toys R Us. We had the mom and pop store where you looked in the window and you said, oh, will that be my gift? I can't wait. I can't wait. Looking at it was fabulous. But waking up the next morning and having that gift under your Christmas tree so you could touch it, you could feel it, you could enjoy it was absolutely the best moment ever. I know all of you on paper. I was part of the team with Catherine Cascioli and Irene Hansen, who we looked at all of your resumes and we learned about you on paper and thought how wonderful. We were so happy we chose such beautiful people. Last night, when I went to bed, I thought, I can't wait. This is going to be fabulous. It's just like touching that toy on Christmas morning. I get to see exactly who all of these wonderful people are. So you give me a gift every year, a gift that I take and might make space in my heart for more and more of you, and I applaud all of you. So tonight, it took my breath away that Shakira is here, and Shakira works in the group home where my daughter lives. And Shakira is, oh, she's a godsend. She's the glue. She's everything. I've celebrated Shakira's wedding, went to her wedding, have beautiful memories. So this story gets bigger and bigger and more wonderful. So for all of you wonderful people, thank you again for making this my Christmas. So as you already know, my name, and I'm the second vice president on the ArcMorris Board of Directors. I have the joy this evening of presenting the Professional of the Year Award, which is to recognize an individual employed in a community intellectual disability service program who has demonstrated sensitivity and the ability to provide outstanding quality that results in increased independence for people with intellectual disabilities. This year, we have chosen to honor Joshua. Mr. Gooddown was nominated for this award by the staff of our Parsippany Group Home for his caring, attentive, responsive, respectful, and patient characteristics in working with one of the residents of the group home, as well as the staff. Joshua is a support coordinator and team leader for Bridger Support Coordination, which is located in Phillipsburg. The individual Joshua supported was declining rapidly from dementia and was in need of a higher level of care than could be provided by our group home. He tirelessly worked through the process to see that she would receive safe and appropriate care, initially at the hospital, but then in a long-term facility. Joshua has a bachelor's degree in special ed and teaching from East Stroudsburg University. We are honored to recognize tonight such a caring and committed individual with our Professional of the Year Award. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Congratulations, Joshua, and thank you, Kathleen. I'd like to call on Catherine Cascioli for the next award. Come up. Thank you, Catherine. The following award recognizes the Teacher of the Year, and I'm gonna let Catherine do the talking here.
Welcome, everyone. It's so great to see so many people all together in one room. I'm about to present the award for Teacher of the Year to Samantha Corzo, but I hope everybody in this room can just try to put themselves in a classroom this year. I'm going to speak from my experiences as I'm a teacher myself. And I think this award is especially meaningful this year. We have children, and I teach general education students, and Samantha teaches special education students. I can't even, my general education students couldn't process what was going on this year. We did our very best to make it as normal as possible, and it simply wasn't normal. And the work that we did was exhausting and rewarding all at the same time, what we gave to our students and what we give to our families. And from everything I read, and like Kathleen said, on paper, you truly went above and beyond. It seems like you go above and beyond every year, but especially this year. Please know the gratitude that your students must feel in their hearts, whether they can express it or not, and what you've given to their families each and every day when you show up, and I know you have shown up. So from one teacher to another, my heart is with you, and my admiration for you is strong. So I have the honor this evening of presenting the Teacher of the Year Award, which is given to recognize a classroom teacher who has demonstrated excellence in teaching students with intellectual and other developmental disabilities in Morris County. This year's winner is Samantha Corzo. Ms. Corzo is a teacher of students with disabilities for a state-approved private school in Denville. Her students have alternate learning styles, and the name of the school she teaches is Celebrate the Children. She received her degree in early childhood general and special education with a minor in literacy from William Patterson University. Ms. Corzo currently works with students who are 8 to 11 years old with a variety of disabilities. What Ms. Corzo loves most about her job is working with her wonderful students and families. She says they teach her something new every day, which helps her to be the best teacher she can be. Congratulations, and thank you for your essential work, especially this year. Come on up. No? Okay. Okay.
I think I mixed them up.
We mixed them up. Congratulations. Congratulations. Thank you for the work you did.
Congratulations, Samantha. I agree. I don't know how teachers do it. I have a 12-year-old, and for the last 12 months, his friends is a 55-year-old and a 53-year-old. So I don't know. I'd really, my hats go off to all the teachers. Our next category is under the Guardian Service Award. This is a new award that we put this year, and I thought it made a lot of sense for us to do so. Under this award, we recognize Devin Walsh, who is here tonight, who is not here tonight. He is watching us in Zoom, so he's seeing the presentation. Devin, congratulations. I have the pleasure to call Irene Handsome to come and present the award for Mr. Walsh. Irene?
Thank you, Sal. I can only echo what Kathleen and Catherine said in their opening remarks, that it's been such a horrible, horrible year. And I can only, as a parent of a special needs gentleman, I can only echo their sentiments. And I'd also like to say thank you to all the people in the ArcMorris who have done such a wonderful job taking care of our kids, as I call them. As Sal had mentioned, my name is Irene Hansen. I'm a member of the ARC Board of Directors. I had the honor this evening of presenting our Guardianship Service Award. Unfortunately, our award recipient cannot be here with us in person this evening, but he is with us via Zoom. Tonight, we would like to give special recognition to Devin Walsh, who serves as guardian through the Bureau of Guardianship Services. The BCS is part of the New Jersey Department of Human Services Office of Legal and Regulatory Affairs, which serves individuals under the Division of Developmental Disabilities. Mr. Walsh is charged with the heavy responsibility of being the decision maker for his wards with the goal of enhancing their lives and advocating for their rights. Currently, Mr. Walsh serves as the court-appointed guardian for 11 individuals residing in our ArcMorris residences. He is a very caring person, takes his role very seriously. He is present and involved in the lives of the individuals that he supports. He attends their ISP meetings, their care plan meetings, and signs 1,000,001 documents in a timely manner. He is always reachable 24/7 for emergencies. Sadly, during 2020, 4 of the individuals from ArcMorris for whom he served as guardian had passed away. And I'm sure it was a very sad and trying time for Devin. Mr. Walsh is first and foremost an advocate for individuals he supports, but also a big support to our staff, from the direct care staff up through administration. Mr. Walsh has held this position for 20 years, and we hope he will continue for another 20 or maybe more. Thank you for caring, Devin, and we are honored to recognize you this evening with our Guardianship Service Award. Okay. Thank you, Devin.
Congratulations, Devin. Well, that is this first Zoom award that I do. The next award is close to my heart. The Bill Sector Citizenship Award. And I'd like to call Kathleen Highland. And we'd like to call James, who wants to be called Jimmy. Jimmy, come up.
It's a pleasure for me to be here this evening and honor all these wonderful honorees and dedicated staff and just everybody, the parents. But when I was coming up here, I saw the leg of the camera and I saw Kathleen hop over it. And I thought my biggest fear was, how am I going to get over that? But I'm here. I've been on the board. I'm not quite sure how long, but I love it. It's one of the best boards I've ever been on, and I've been on quite a few. But I want to just congratulate everybody, the staff. The board members are great. They are so dedicated. And I started actually because one of my dearest friends has one of the ladies in group homes, and about 40 years ago, 50 years ago, I forget, her daughter came down to my house and my kids loved her. And when my kids were giving me the roughest time in the world, she'd throw her arms around and tell me she loved me. So I know, and I then got very involved, and my husband was involved, and it's been one of the best things that I've done in my life. And I'd like to say good evening, and you know my name is Kathleen Highland, and I've been a member of the ARC Board, I think, for approximately 10 years. Tonight I have the asked to present Bill Stacker Citizen Award, and I could not be happier to do so. This award is given to recognize an individual with intellectual disabilities whose achievements, integrity, member of our community. Please join me in congratulating this year's recipient, James Schleck. He has been a participant of programs of ArcMorris for many years, and he initially participated in the Morris County Adaptive Recreation Program, better known as McARP. He loves parades, I do too, visiting the firehouses, swimming, going to the library, and participating as an athlete in the Special Olympic track and field. James is a resident of Ketch Road, which I'm very familiar with. And he supervised the supervised apartment program where he lives since 1993. He works with pride and dedication at Employment Horizon, and I was on that board, believe it or not, for like 7 or 8 years when it was called Occupational Training Center. And a strong self-advocate. He lives in Morris County for almost all of his life and is very committed to his dear mother, who resides in assisted living currently. He visits Okay.
The Healthcare Professional Award recognizes an exceptional professional in the medical or dental field. This award is to honor those professionals with exceptional record of providing health and dental care services to people with intellectual and other developmental disabilities. This year, ArcMorris has chosen someone very special, Dr. Rashana Chowdhury. Dr. Chowdhury is a pharmacist manager at the Walmart in Button. Dr. Chowdhury became a friend, Gail's friend, my friend, of ArcMorris in the beginning of February of this year, when our agency was assigned to this Walmart for the administration of COVID-19 vaccines for the individuals we support in our residential program. I'm going to take a detour now. So we were desperately working long hours, trying to get vaccines, trying to bring some of the vaccines to our group homes, and we couldn't find any. And it was like that, when you know that if you get to the point, you are going to be successful in saving someone's life. That's how critical that was. And so we were fighting really hard to get those vaccines. And we were fighting in the sense that I did not stop calling anyone who picked up the phone to try to get us those vaccines. But it's a fact that somehow people with special needs tend to fall behind, and we were not recognized as essential at that time. Somehow Gail was able to get in contact with Dr. Chowdhury. And Dr. Chowdhury say, how many people? As many as you can. Okay, can you bring 40 on Wednesday? We say yes. Can they be here at 5 a.m. in the morning? Yes. So we get gear up for Wednesday, 5 a.m. in the morning, or guys, poor guys, who knows, 5 a.m. in the morning, who wants to get up at the time in the middle of the winter? And so you can expect some will feel uncomfortable. Some will have behavioral issues. And how do you walk to Walmart and have them wait? So those was some of the concerns we have. Somehow, we have this angel called Dr. Chowdhury, who made it so easy. She said, no, it's okay. If he's having or she's having a problem, I'll come out to the van and give the vaccine myself. And it wasn't just one time. And it was every single time and every single Wednesday. And then we said, can we also add some stuff? And she said, yes, add as many as you can. I'm not going to say anything. So I know that tonight she could not be here. But her professionalism, her dedication, her understanding, the compassion and sympathy to understand people with special needs was moving. And I believe that she's a well-deserved receiving this award tonight. I know that on her behalf, we have Miss, I don't want, Pavi Umbala. Pavi, please come up to accept the award. Pavi, Ms. Umbala is the marketing director for health and wellness. And Walmart was spectacular. And I gotta tell you, I don't say a lot of good things about Walmart, but I love you now. So congratulations, well deserved. You like to say a couple of words? Absolutely, why not?
Yeah, I mean, Rosh Hashanah she's everything you said. I took this market over. They moved me here from Detroit not even a year ago. And it took me exactly 2 days of being with Rosh Hashanah when I realized she was somebody special. And not only with these group homes, every single day I call her because I get another phone call. Can you do, yesterday we did 900 shots at Montclair State. Every time I call her, she's just, yes, yes, yes. So tonight she's actually moving into her new house. And I said, please let me go and accept it for you. But she's incredibly special. So
we thank you so much.
Yeah.
Oh, and the proclamation.
Nice. Nice. Thank you. Thanks so much for letting me come on today.
So the awards, if you notice, they're a little bit heavy. They're not intended to be used as a weapon. Oh my God. So I joined ArcMorris at the end of last year. And I spent some time meeting Bill Testa, who is here tonight. And I was simply moved by his commitment and compassion to the people we serve. I believe there are certain people that are born for some functions and roles, and I believe that Bill was one of those men that came to ArcMorris. I'd like to bring Tom Horn to present a different type of award we're doing this year. And I'm just going to say 2 words, Tom, but please come up. And Bill, if you don't mind, can you please come up too? Okay, Tom. Yes.
You know, I was up here before welcoming you all, and I just happened to have the honor of doing something that I stepped into because I've been on the board, as a lot of the other board members, for quite a while. And one of the things I learned from being on the board this long is you have to rely on your guys, the executive directors that run your organization, because we're there to help, but we're there to guide and to set policy and to approve certain things. But really the day-to-day is the staff, the executive directors. And we happen to have one guy who was with us forever and ever. We're wondering if he was ever going to leave, and Bill keeps saying, no, I'll be there, I'm forever. And then he got to a point, he said, I had enough and all. And we ended up getting somebody who's different, but still as good to come along and Sal to take over and step in from Bill's spot. But the board felt that with all the service that Bill put on and put into this organization, and especially the last few months, and who would have thought that when you're getting ready to retire, when Bill told us in January of last year that he was going to retire, that he would have had to put up with everything that COVID did and stressed him out probably more than he wanted to. But the board felt, how can you honor somebody who's been with you for 38 years, who was the executive director for, 28, I guess, about 28, and led the organization, helped it grow from the small organization it was into the tremendous organization we have now. So what we decided to do, every year we honor somebody with a Distinguished Service Award, somebody who's put a lot into the organization for not wanting anything back, somebody who may do something different, outstanding. And there's a lot of award winners out here. There's some of us, some that are out in the Zoom meetings, but there's a lot of Distinguished Service Award winners in this group and all. So what's the best way you can honor somebody who's put so much into an organization? Well, we decided that we wanted to rename the Distinguished Service Award the William R. Testa Distinguished Service Award. We don't have to go through Bill's history in the time. We all who have been here know it. He's done so much for the organization. He's done so much for ARC of New Jersey and throughout the disability community. And it's a way of really recognizing somebody, something that will go on in perpetuity. That's a tough one. And go on. So that's what the board decided. It was not a question in anybody's mind. And I get the honor of telling Bill and presenting it to him as the William R. Testa Distinguished Service Award. Congratulations, Bill. Geez, I see what you mean. These things are heavy when Sal mentioned it. Thank you. Yeah. Now, we can't, I can't let you go without saying a few words, Bill.
Thank you, Tom. I'm really honored by this. Sal said I could say 5 minutes for each year. I think that's 190 minutes. My favorite movie as a little boy was the Pride of the Yankees, the Lou Gehrig story. Does anybody remember the Lou Gehrig story? Okay. Well, Gehrig, of course, was stricken with a terrible disease that became known as Lou Gehrig's disease for decades, ALS. And at the end of the movie, the Yankee organization was recognizing him. And he came to the podium and he said, I've got a lot of people, have said what a bad break this is. How could this possibly have happened to you? And he said, I really have no regrets. And if I remember correctly, he said something to the effect, today, I feel like the luckiest man on the face of the earth. Well, I think most of the people in this room realize I can be a little over the top sometimes. I blame it on the Italian side, but I feel that way about my career. I feel that way about everybody in this room, everybody I think who's on the Zoom call. Where else could you participate, all of us, in a movement that changed the face of human services for an entire segment of the population. There were 20,000 people in state institutions when I started in 1982. There were probably about 1,200 now. We had 22 developmental centers. We're down to a handful. Families like Tom's and so many of you who are faced with the birth of a child that you didn't expect received support, encouragement, and became advocates that changed the face of not only the service system, but our communities. You paid me to do this. It was an absolutely incredible opportunity. And I had such luck, as Lou Gehrig did along the way. If I did anything halfway well, it was to realize that this young woman I was working alongside of for 9 years was the heart and the soul of this organization. And fortunately, I didn't push her out when I became executive director, and Gail Paradise remains the force behind this organization. And a year after I became executive director, I sat across from this person I was interviewing, and I realized how completely different he was from me and how absolutely different a skill set he had. But I hired Peter Murphy anyway. And Gail and Peter made me look so much better than I really was and am. I was blessed with amazing boards of directors. So many of you were my presidents. And the board did their job, Sal, so well that it enabled the staff to do their job well. And I think you will have that moving forward. And I wish you all the best with the wonderful board that we have. There's one thing that was really lucky, though, that I want to tell you, and she's going to kill me, but I'm going to say it anyway. My mentor was Harry Wilkinson, my predecessor, the executive director. And he was very big on making sure that we built connections across art. And he would send me out when we were about to do a project or program to specifically learn about the nuance. So I started corresponding with this professional from another, and she had a voice that was just absolutely amazing. And I had a couple conversations with her, and at one point she said, "Are you going to Washington, for the Governmental Affairs Conference?" And I said, "Yeah, are you going to Washington?" And he says, "Yeah, I'm going to Washington too." I said, "Wow, this is fantastic. We'll have an opportunity to meet face to face." So I get down to Washington, D.C., and we're kind of sitting around, probably having a couple beers. And these two women walk through the door. And I think it was Lou Baldino from Somerset Arc looked and said, "Oh, there's Seal and Ann." And I looked up and I went, "I hope the one on the left is Ann." So my greatest gift was my wife, Ann Long. And that was pretty lucky too. It took a couple years, but and she did not make a lot of public appearances because she was raising the children and putting up with all of the nights and weekends that I was out. Now I think I have to now give the award. Is that correct, Sal?
Yes.
Okay. So enough of that. I have to confess something. Gail called me at about 3 o'clock in the afternoon. I told Sal this, and told me what this horrible awards committee had done to me. And then proceeded to say, "Well, you won't believe who the first award winner is." And I said, "Who?" And she said, it's Steve Somich. I said, "I had breakfast with Steve and Irma 2 hours ago." So it's funny how things evolve. I really don't need the notes. I obviously haven't used them yet, but I'll take them out anyway. Steve and Irma Somich's oldest son, Stevie, was born with Down syndrome about 40 years ago. And I think they found great comfort in the ArcMorris chapter. Families like the Benders and the Levines and The veteran families who had come through our early intervention program helped shepherd them through this brand new thing about having a child with special needs. But it didn't take long for this organization to recognize the amazing intellect and commitment of not only Steve, but his wife, Irma. When we were developing our first group home in Parsippany, we mapped out all the towns that we were looking to go into, and meaning that we pinpointed specific individuals that could be supportive. And within Parsippany were the Somiches. And ironically, when we located the house at 143 Hiawatha Boulevard, it was a block and a half away from the Somich home. So it was very natural for me to call Steve about 3 months after that. And Steve, I don't know if you remember this, but I asked you if you would chair the Group Home Citizens Advisory Board, which is probably illegal today, Sal, but that was our prior notification process. And Steve, graciously accepted. And that was the beginning, I think, of Steve taking a role in the governance of the organization. But it didn't take long for us to realize the quality of the volunteer that we had. Soon after serving in the capacity with the residential department, he joined the Budget and Finance Committee. He brought on people like Jim Gallagher, who I know is here tonight through JCP&L. And after I became executive director, we quickly moved him onto the board of directors. And he followed in the footsteps of people like Ralph Hackett and Joe Gomeringer and other wonderful, wonderful treasurers that we have had over the years. And he served in that capacity for many, many years. But his real contribution was with the ArcMorris Foundation. We had developed a contingency reserve under Harry Wilkinson and Jeff Webb. We were putting money away to make sure that we would have an endowment for the future. We were looking forward. And we were hoping that we would never go through the crisis that we had gone through just a year or so before Gail started and a couple years before I started. Steve had the vision to realize the importance of planning for a rainy day. So we took the contingency reserve funding from the ARC and we moved it into this new entity called the ArcMorris Foundation. And under the leadership of Pete Babbitts and many of you in this room, we made money. We did a good development, made a good development effort. But Steve, as treasurer, made sure that that money worked for the ArcMorris Foundation. And he paved the way to an amazing foundation by the standards of the ARCs in New Jersey, and one that I think we all know will help us through the darkest days that might yet come. And I know Sal feels very strongly about the importance of protecting that endowment. Steve will be missed. He too is retiring next month. I know I will stay in his life, but I think 4 decades of support and commitment to this organization is unbelievable. And I think Steve's name can be as easily on this award as mine can be. So please join me in recognizing Steve Somich.
Here we are, Steve. Brought some flowers.
I've always said one of the hardest things to do is follow Bill Testa. Not only is he a super speaker, he steals your stories. I was all set to tell that 1982 story of the Citizen Advisory Committee in Lake Hiawatha, and Bill stole it. But he didn't tell you how the neighborhood was up in arms. We had meetings at the library that went on for hours, and people were ranting and raving. And I guess one of the biggest accomplishments was the one that did the most ranting and raving ended up being one of the biggest supporters and would come over to the house to help with repairs. So we've come a long way. I just want to say I was really touched by tonight's videos. Everyday Hero Cell, what a great concept. I've always felt that, you know, not enough attention is given to the direct care workers. They're the heart and soul. They're the ones 24/7 interacting with the clients. And Bill knew that, and I guess that's why he had me running around the state at different budget meetings, giving presentations, pitching for more money in the budget for the direct care workers. So they are special. They've got big hearts, and they've got a lot of patience. So with that, I am truly honored. It's been a great 39 years. I really appreciate spending the 39 years with you, Bill, because you came in '82, and that's when I got involved. Now, in Gale, Paradise, and Espada, actually Irma knows them better than I do because our son Stephen was in programs with them, and she interacted more with them. But Peter Murphy as the finance director and Amelia Kowalski as the controller. Peter did a fabulous job, and Amelia's still there doing a terrific job. And she and Peter made my job so much easier, and I thank them for that. Thank you.
Wow, that was a special. I knew that was going to be a special. I truly honored to meet Bill and Steve. First time meeting in person, obviously. But I think the wisdom, the power behind, I think is just amazing. And I think we all should be very proud for the work they have done. The foundation is in strong hands, and the organization will continue to be in strong hands.
Thank you very much. Congratulations once again to all of our awardees. It's truly a special night. Thank you. So some of you might know a lot about ArcMorris and have been involved for years. Some of you know a little. Some of your families know what you do. And some might be hearing first time they joined because they hear that somebody is getting an award. So we wanted to show our last video for tonight about ArcMorris today. So please pay attention to the screen.
We do essential services for people with intellectual and developmental disabilities.
In the past, when family had a person with disability born, there were no options for them. So most of children would end up in institutions. The horrors of Willowbrook are well known around the world, unfortunately. But around 1949, 1950, there were groups of parents all around the country who decided to start their own organizations. That's how ARCs were born. They're all family-funded and governed organizations. And now it's very important. These organizations are governed by the boards, and most of the people on the board are family members, brothers, sisters, parents of people with disabilities. So they ensure that people receive quality of services.
In my case, my son is 36 years old. He's going to be 37 in a few weeks. So we know what his needs are, and we can use that knowledge of growing up with him to help the board and some directions and some policies that we do. My family has always been a volunteer family. My father was a longtime Boy Scout leader. My mother volunteered at the hospital. Something that we feel that is nice to do. It's good to give back. when you're giving to somebody else, you're getting paid back in more ways than you can look at.
Personally, I feel like we're making a difference in the lives of people that unfortunately are not always recognized by society as being valued members, and we're embracing them and incorporating them into society in a positive way.
I have a colleague many years ago that used to use a phrase that said, "good enough for me." I still say that to myself on a regular basis and hope that the life we're offering these people is a life that I would be happy with as well.
It's very vital that we help them to live a full life. It's only fair because we're all human beings and we all deserve to be treated equally.
I joined ArcMorris late 2020. The former exec was here for 37 years. He had a tremendous legacy, excellent work in the community. Meeting the expectations that Bill set has been rewarding but challenging. It's been tremendous to come to a well-established organization, and I have high goals myself to make the organization better. The pandemic complicated every possible thing, from funding to recruitment to supporting our individuals and the community and our programs. Seeing that some of our programs were shut down was very difficult for us. Recruiting people to come and provide essential services has been also difficult for us.
We had consumers who were hospitalized quickly, and at first we didn't even know it was COVID. You felt like you were living in a nightmare. Gowns and masks and gloves, and the work we do is so intimate. There isn't social distancing in our world at the ArcMorris. There's no social distancing. So you want to still make sure that the people we serve are getting the level of care that they need, but I'm so proud of the work that our staff did. Staff who were sleeping overnight 2 and 3 days, not going home to their families to serve our people. It was devastating and inspiring all at the same time.
Frankly, we've been shaken, but we have been moved. We're still here. We know what our mission and commitment is, and we look forward to continue to provide quality services for people with intellectual and developmental disabilities and their families.
Thank you. It truly takes everyone to make organizations like ArcMorris exist. I wanted to invite Tom Horn to close today's meeting, please.
I don't know what to say, but it's, as been said all along, Kathleen, Catherine, other presenters, one of the things that has been great about tonight and all these nights that I've been able to come to these awards ceremony is the dedication of the people that we award. We're giving them an award to thank them for what they do, but there's so much that we feel that the organization gains from what they're doing, and it's such a great time. And I think Kathleen mentioned it the best. It's Christmas, and it is. It's fantastic. It's so nice, and I feel great as probably my first thing as president that I'm able to do of any substance is to be able to have an in-person award ceremony that we can honor the people, Bill in particular, for all his service and everything he's done for us, Steve as a distinguished service award recipient with all the time that he's put into it, all these other awardees. There's no way, and there's no words that really can tell you exactly how much they mean to us, but you can see it. Gail is probably the one that gets me the most, is because she shows her emotions on her sleeve, and we know that it's something that's great. We love to see it. We're hoping that it's more, that we can have more of this goes on, and hopefully as the restrictions are relaxed as time goes on, we're able to do more and better things as we go along. I know we aren't doing them like we used to, where we had the big dinner, but I tell you, sometimes something like this is just as good. And I'd like to thank all of you for coming. I'd like to congratulate the awardees again. Thank Sal and his staff for putting on such a great presentation and a beautiful ceremony. And I didn't know when I sat down and was interviewed for my part in the video, didn't know how it would come out. I didn't know what it would do. And I'm just overwhelmed. So again, thank you. Good night. Drive carefully, be safe, and be healthy. Thank you.
Thank you, everybody. You can get up and start moving around. We will have closing credits, but the evening is over. Thank you very much, and congratulations once again.